afternoon, Attorney General Reno. Let me start out by making an observation that with respect to my friend Commissioner Lehman's questioning, that it is my understanding that the communication to CIA agents in the field with respect to kill or capture of Osama bin Laden was that they were told, pursuant to direction from the President, that they would be paid if they killed him or captured him, either way. Let me ask you about Millennium. After Rassam is captured by the alert customs agent Diana Dean, for whom we all owe a debt of gratitude, there was follow-up, as you have indicated. And Diana Dean, like Agent Jose Melendez, who testified before us in an earlier hearing, and who alertly prevented the entry into the United States at the Orlando port of entry, the airport, prevented Mohammed al-Khatami, who we now believe was to be the 16th hijacker, the 20th hijacker, I'm sorry. The work that was done after Rassam had been arrested by the alert customs agent was something which you had begun to discuss. And I would like you to have the opportunity to tell us about the cooperation among agencies in the follow-up and how that may have resulted in the roll-up of operations in Brooklyn and Boston and elsewhere.
It was fascinating, Commissioner, to see how the pieces came together, working with authorities around the world, working with agents in New York, seeing how it came together. To see the exchange of information, to have people who trusted each other so that somebody from OIPR was talking to somebody at the CIA and another piece came together. People have talked about data as like water coming out of a fire hydrant. And sometimes it's just that one precious piece that can make the difference, but it all seemed to just open a door so that you could observe how something like this could happen. And it was based on trust and the fact that the principals were there, they were exchanging information, they were sharing. I think that made an important difference. The principals were saying, what about this? We need to get something translated. We'll get it to the Defense Department and they can get it translated, cut through the red tape, move it. I mean, we were I put it to the equivalent of war. We do the best we can and the leaders should be there.
Let me ask you whether in your briefing of the incoming Attorney General, you elaborated on the terrorist threat from al-Qaeda within the United States, being mindful of the Millennium threat that you had just talked about, the bridge and tunnel threat which had been interdicted and interrupted by the FBI, as Director Free had talked about, our unsuccessful attempt to prevent the first bombing of the World Trade Center. Did you brief Director Ashcroft on the presence of al-Qaeda cells in the United States and the potential of terrorist activity in this country?
No, I didn't. I talked about it in terms of terrorism generally, threats to our national security generally, and the need to develop the capacity in the Bureau to collect the information, to manage it, and to use it in the most organized way possible.
And let me ask
Last
you
question.
a final question. You heard perhaps from Director Free, there are others who have commented on the FISA court interpretation of the restrictions on the dissemination of information. And the fact that the Director Free, a former federal judge, others in the Justice Department, disagreed with the FISA court's narrow interpretation, which was ultimately overturned by the appellate court. Can you tell us why it was you did not seek to challenge the FISA court's interpretation during your term of office?
We were in a situation where it seemed to me we had need for FISAs at every moment. We were getting the FISAs. We felt like we were doing it the right way. We had, we thought, a good relationship with the court. And if we took an appeal, delay would occur, and we were worried about what effect it would have on the court.
Could you not have taken an appeal on some matter of less urgency or to try to get a clarification?
We looked sometimes for cases, but when you come to this crunch, it is usually the cases where you need the best facts to make the best law.
Thank you.